Hippo Balls coming live from the Hippo Den. It is Hippo himself with an off-season update. The people are asking and wanting and chanting for Hippo, and here I fucking am. Hungover as usual, drank some Tallahassee moonshine last night at Midtown, and I feel like dog shit, but we got a show to do, and here I am to do it. We got who's back, who's dead, and who's not back, but not dead, as well as some special announcements that I'll get to shortly. But let's start with who's back. We got aliens. Aliens are back. This may have flown under the radar like the aliens themselves, but there was a congressional hearing on UFOs held last week, and retired Air Force Major David, not Koresh, it's Koresh? David Koresh was the Waco founder. Good show. You should watch Show of the Week. Waco on Showtime. There's 2 seasons. It's Waco and Waco Reloaded or something. 2 seasons. Pretty good. Pretty good. This is David Koresh, though, I think. And he testified that U.S. has concealed multi-decade UFO program. So we've known about this for tons of years. Of course, there's always been rumors there are UFOs, but this is somewhat confirmed from David Koresh, saying that we've had a multi-decade UFO program that's been concealed and that we've recovered non-human remains. Pretty crazy stuff. I think everybody realizes, of course, there's aliens, what the aliens look like, if the aliens have been here. Those are different questions. He's saying, yes, they have. Aliens. Aliens are back. Next, we got cosplay. Cosplay and furries. Furries are where you dress like an animal and then you fuck each other, I think. This is cosplay and furries. No one's saying that this is what the guy's doing, but it seems like this is what the guy's doing. It's a Japanese man that spent over $20,000 to become a border collie. And if you see the photos, which you should, go look this up after you're done watching this. He looks like a border collie, just a big, weird fucking guy to spend $20,000 for a border collie suit to make himself a border. I think he lives in the suit now. I think he is a border collie now. Crazy stuff. I guess good for him if he wants to be a dog. Next, we got Indian burial curse for the Dolphins. Of course, I spoke too soon. I'm an idiot. I'm a bozo. I said Igbo season. I apologize. I was wrong. I thought Jalen Ramsey was fine. I thought it was a contact injury. I thought he just banged his knee. Turns out it was a non-contact injury. Turns out he's out for most of the season. Turns out that the stadium was built on an Indian burial site. Turns out that Jalen Ramsey's out for most of the season, and it's not great. We did just sign Eli Apple, who gets burned all the time, but he was a high draft pick, and I love the high draft picks. Not great. Indian burial curse. Fins down, Hippo down, Jalen Ramsey down, but hopefully back up eventually at the end of the season, right in time for a playoff push. Fins are still up. Next, we got feminism. Feminism is back. Barbie. Barbie came out. Barbie Oppenheimer. People going Boppenheimer. People going Arby. Seeing both movies. Big box office. People are back in the movie theaters finally. They needed that. Barbie comes out. And it broke a lot of records. I think it was doing well. But a bunch of conservatives and Hippo himself rallied against it because Barbie has extreme feminist overtones. Ben Shapiro, respected journalist Ben Shapiro, says it's one of the most woke movies he's ever seen, and it's deeply anti-man. I, of course, don't like any of this. They could have done a better job, but Barbie's out there. Oppenheimer also out there. Go see the movies. Who's not back but not dead? Kevin Spacey. Kevin Spacey was found not guilty in British court of sexual assault. Elton John was one of the witnesses, says he never saw him fuck a kid. House of Cards was great until he got canceled. Seems he's uncanceled, not guilty. Seems he's still a really bad guy, but not sexual assault bad guy. Still fucked some kids, but they were like old enough, I guess. Kevin Spacey back. Twitter's dead. Bird dead. It's now X. Horrible plan. I don't know what Elon Musk is doing. Everything he touches turns to shit. X, what a horrible rebrand. It seems like he's like wanting to lose money on Twitter. I don't really know what he's doing. X is horrible, of course. Twitter, it's always going to be Twitter. It's not X. I don't know. He's like harvesting losses for his taxes, I guess. Trump. New charges against Trump. Guy cannot be killed. He's Jason. He just keeps eating charges. New charges from the classified documents are put out, still dominating the polls, still dominating DeSantis. DeSantis floundering, losing percentage points. Trump, every new charge, gaining percentage points. They just met for the first time at the Iowa Republican event last night. And of course, Trump shoved him in a locker, bullied him. DeSantis doesn't know what to do because you can't talk shit about Trump because then no one likes you, but you can't say good things about Trump because then you're a loser and you get bullied like Chris Christie, and they calls your wife ugly and it says your dad killed JFK. Trump's unbeatable. Trump's the best. Seems like he's going to be the nominee. Good for Trump. Not back, but not dead. The charges, I don't think nothing matters. I don't think it matters. Who's dead? Humanity is dead. Humanity is dead. Global warming is back. Florida ocean temperatures topping 100 degrees in I think the Keys or the Everglades. 100 degrees. Poses a major risk to coral reef and other marine life, and Miami-Dade County has had a heat advisory for 22 straight days. Miami is going to be underwater ASAP, so enjoy Messi while you can. They're predicting that Miami will be underwater by 2060. So, I mean, kind of within our lifetime, I guess. Yeah, I mean, some of our lifetimes. Yeah, global warming, not great. Al Gore was right. Carly Russell. Carly Russell's dead. She was a woman who, there's a big story that came out a few weeks ago. I don't know if you saw. There was this woman who calls the police. There's a toddler on the side of the road. And she calls and says, I'm going to go get this toddler. Disappears. Everyone's like, she must have been kidnapped. The toddler was a ploy. They put a kid in the street and then somebody else snatches her. And now she's being sex trafficked, or she's being killed, or she's locked in a basement and being raped and murdered. Turns out she's just a crazy person. 25-year-old nursing student who fabricated the story of a stranded toddler and disappeared for 2 days. Super weird story. She's now being charged with lying and making everybody run around crazy looking for her for no reason. What a weird person. I hope they throw the book at her. Kill her. Hang her in the town square. You can't do that. Ridiculous story. Boo Carly Russell. I probably don't kill her, but not great for Carly Russell. Bad for society. Can't do that. The integrity of the NBA, Adam Silver, dead. This four-eyed bald fuck comes out and sends a letter to every team in the NBA saying Damian Lillard can't say where he wants to play, even though every player ever traded these days is requesting trades and telling you where you want to play. But the Miami Heat, it's not fair. The Heat, Tyler Hero and a bunch of first-round picks isn't fair, and Damian Lillard should have to play wherever he goes. And I want you guys to know that if you trade for Damian Lillard, he can't say he doesn't want to play for you. He's a loser. David Stern would never. I know he did Chris Paul, but still, don't speak ill of the dead. David Stern, it was different with Chris Paul. It was different. This is not different. He's a loser. He's always a loser. He's a players commissioner. He's the weakest commissioner the NBA has ever had. Damian Lillard's coming to the Heat. No team is going to take that seriously. It's embarrassing for Adam Silver. He should be ashamed of himself. Damian Lillard to the Heat. Heat up. Miami up, other than global warming. Speaking of Miami, John Ruiz is dead. John Ruiz, the NIL king, John Ruiz. Federal and criminal investigations into LifeWallet announced. He's fucked. And the Canes are probably fucked as well. They've been fucked. I mean, they haven't been good since we were kids, but they're, again, fucked because all this money is fake money. $23.4 million in revenue in 2022, and he lost $402 million while paying his own law firm $29.7 million. Heitner down, John Ruiz down, John Ruiz going to jail, Canes down. Last but not least, we got the writers. The writers' strike is continuing, and Danny has been picketing daily. Of course, he has not been working through the writers' strike, and he stands in unity with all other writers. The nanny has rallied the troops, and the Emmys are now canceled. The Emmys are canceled. There's no writers to write the Emmys, so the Emmys are canceled. They're saying the strike may last till 2025. It was definitely a perfect time to buy a house in Miami. Smart financial decision by Danny. I'm sure everything will be fine. Breaking news. Speaking of Danny, I had a memo passed across my desk moments ago. It reads, to Smeagol's, CC Danny Siegel, from the Auto Draft King, a.k.a. La Resistance, a.k.a. Genghis Khan, a.k.a. Jan Braun Tellem, a.k.a. League Champion, dated July 29th, 2023. Read, last place punishment. You thought we forgot. You thought wrong. After an extremely successful 2022-2023 fantasy football season, La Resistance, winning its third league championship, passes down a punishment to the last place team, Smeagol's, in accordance within league rules. The punishment reads as, Smeagol's, a.k.a. Danny Siegel, is ordered to create a 15-minute video documentary on the history of Party Degree The famous nightlife promotion company that ruled Tallahassee and Gainesville during most of our college career. The documentary must include live on-camera interviews with all of the founders listed below. It is encouraged strongly that Siegel interview as many people involved with Party Degree as possible to accurately understand the phenomenon that it was. These people include Jan Ruselbraun, Nima Jabshir, James Dieterle, Will Dieterle, whoever Sam Nebel is, and Matt Tieper. The documentary will be premiered at the 2023 Fantasy Draft in Miami at the end of August, which that's for another time. We don't know when the actual Fantasy Draft is or if there is a Fantasy Draft, but the documentary will be revealed around this time. Should you have any questions, please direct all inquiries in writing to the league's punishment committee that has been working in the backgrounds, in the shadows. Tim Armstrong, Nima Jabshir, and Noah Moore. May God have mercy on your soul. That's Hippo Balls. Have a day.